First on Worcester News tonight, how a college sports team is stepping up to help people affected by Hurricane Harvey. Plus, as a result of the hurricane, gas prices are increasing here in Massachusetts. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. Though Texas is almost 2,000 miles away, here in central Massachusetts, we're dealing with ripple effect of Hurricane Harvey. In this case, it's gas prices. You've probably noticed the prices changing not only daily, but hourly. There's already a significant jump from yesterday. Currently, the national average is $2.51. Here in Massachusetts, the average is $2.48. According to AAA, there is hope in sight. Refineries are not expected to be offline for too long, as early reports indicate minimal to no significant damage to Corpus Christi and Houston refineries. Well, the floodwaters are finally beginning to recede in Texas after Hurricane Harvey made landfall 1 week ago. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says it will take years for his state to fully recover. Here in Worcester, support for people impacted by the massive storm is growing stronger every day. I caught up with a local football team who now joins the effort. WPI sophomore football player Billy Capellas and his coach Chris Robertson are getting ready for their first football game of the season. But the big game isn't the only thing they're focusing on this weekend. They're also hoping to lend a hand to those affected by Hurricane Harvey.
I see the world and the country as a team, and if someone needs help, you pick them up just like they would pick you up if you were in need.
Coach Robertson says he's proud of the sophomore for spearheading the initiative and decided to get the whole team involved. They're collecting donations for the San Antonio Food Bank just outside of Houston, which is delivering supplies to people in need. Through research, the team learned the things needed most are not food items.
More along the lines of diapers, formula, flashlights, batteries, things that people can use, things that won't go bad.
For WPI junior Andrew Nagal, this cause hits home. He's originally from Texas, and his family is still there dealing with the aftermath.
The photos and videos I was seeing, it was like this was the city that raised me, I grew up in, and it was completely underwater.
Nagal says he's thankful the WPI community is coming together to show support for his home.
Despite us not being affected, we can still care and show that we are doing something about it.
They'll be collecting donations throughout the weekend. Nagal has also set up a website at youcaring.com/Harvey Relief Houston, where donations can also be made. Well, staying in the city, Eaton Wright Lane is collecting donations this Saturday for Hurricane Harvey victims. The Gold Star Boulevard facility is sending a relief truck to Texas. They're asking for people to drop off items like non-perishable foods, men and women's clothing, and rubber boots. The collection will take place tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The collection is sponsored by Eaton employees. Many volunteers are still needed in Texas. The Red Cross Massachusetts is holding boot camp style trainings to send people out as fast as possible. They say no background in disaster relief is no problem, as long as you have time. The course runs about 4 hours, and once you complete it, you could be next to deploy. We heard from one woman from Malden, eager to get to work.
Coming in and doing shelter fundamentals, which is
to see it just being destroyed and little kids just walking around, it breaks my heart. I used to work for Malden Public Schools, so I have a great love for children. So I just want to be able to go out there and help them out.
Well, there are more training sessions happening next week at Red Cross locations across the state, including Worcester and Fall River. So far, 52 local Red Cross volunteers are already in Texas. The New England Patriots will raise another championship banner when they open their season next week. Friday, the 5 Lombardi trophies paid a visit to Worcester County Sheriff's Office as a way to say thank you to members of local law enforcement. Our Cam Jandro was there today and has the details.
For only one day, all 5 Patriots Lombardi trophies made a special appearance at the Worcester County Sheriff's Office.
okay. Now take your other hand and put it right up here.
Friday, 2 reserve deputies had the ability to bring the official replicas on campus for staff and their families to enjoy. Sheriff Louis Evangelitis hopes the trophies helps workers in the jail decompress after a long day.
You're behind the bars and you're in there working with inmates every day. It's a stressful environment, it's challenging, and I think it's just such a nice opportunity to come out here and be with each other in a positive, kind of stress-free environment. We don't get that much.
Corrections staff along with civilian staff had the chance to take photos and hold the hardware. Superintendent David Tuttle says Friday was one of the rare opportunities for employees to interact with their families at work.
When you work in corrections, there's not a lot of reasons to have your family come to see where you work. So this has been a great day because since 1 o'clock today, we've had a lot of families coming up. We're meeting a lot of kids. It's been a great family day for us, and it's been good for morale building too.
Now, it's a very exclusive viewing party here behind the Worcester County Sheriff's Office, and some of the visitors we caught up with say this is an opportunity they just could not pass up.
I was really excited.
He asked me to marry him the night before the Patriots' first Super Bowl win. I said yes. It's just been a part of our lives, so we're real excited to come and see these here today.
And why are you guys excited to see the Super Bowl trophies?
Because they look awesome.
Evangelitis is happy to see the men and women working in law enforcement get treated with this special occasion.
It's incredible, and the joy that's bringing so many people today, and families and kids, and it's just been one of my favorite days as sheriff today.
Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
Well, there were more than 2,000 opioid-related deaths in Massachusetts just last year. It's something one Lunenburg resident has seen enough of, so he's decided to take matters into his own hands. Cassie Arsenal has his story.
This small white box is what you'll find in Andy LaBelle's work truck, nestled in his cup holder.
Got 2 packs.
This small package is what he intends to use to save someone's life.
You see more overdoses around Fitchburg area than you do car accidents.
Narcan is what he wished he had 9 months ago when he witnessed his first overdose.
Ended up pulling him out of the car and called 911.
And not too long after, a woman at a gas station. That's when he decided it was time for him to carry the life-saving drug.
If someone's dying and they need help, you got to help them. You can't just let them die.
It's something medical professionals like Dr. Dan O'Leary of Leominster Hospital would like to see more people carrying. He said he sees an average of 4 to 5 overdoses a day.
This is a disease that's salvageable, curable every day.
In Massachusetts, no prescription or training needed. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, getting it right over the counter. The drug is easy to administer, like a nasal spray, but not everyone knows you can get it.
Did you know that you can go to the pharmacy right now and buy it over the counter?
I didn't know that.
Right.
I didn't know that. Anyone can buy it?
Anyone.
LaBelle says if these small bottles can give someone another chance at recovery, the choice for him is clear.
Every second he's not breathing, he's getting brain damage. So if I could save someone those extra seconds, then that'd be awesome.
Are looking to purchase Narcan. We're told by most local pharmacies that most insurances do cover it, and it's less than $100 out of pocket. In Worcester County, Cassie Arsenal, Worcester News Tonight.
A Webster man is arrested after Worcester police say he assaulted one of their officers. Police say 26-year-old Christopher Mercedes was attempting to break into a building on Milton Street around 11 Thursday night. When officers approached him, they say Mercedes became annoyed and he began to hit an officer who was attempting to arrest him. Police say Mercedes is facing multiple charges, including assault and battery on a police officer and resisting arrest. Fire damaging a home on Park Street in Oxford Friday. The Oxford Fire Department says it started from the outside, but no one was home. Crews from Auburn and Douglas helped Oxford knock down the fire. Interim Fire Chief Paul Ford says the exact cause is unknown, but it doesn't appear to be suspicious. Ford says neighbors saw smoke and called 911 quickly. There wasn't too much damage to the home.
We arrived on scene to find smoke showing from the back of the structure, the main part of the structure, and apparently a fire was started, it looks like, to be on the outside of the house. It traveled up the exterior to the gutter line or the jet. It worked its way in the soffit and into an attic space above the kitchen. So we had to go inside, do some taking down of ceilings so we could get into that attic space. We're making sure that there's no hot spots, nothing we're missing. But the initial fire attack was really over in a matter of 15 minutes.
Chief Ford says there were 2 dogs inside at the time. Neither were injured, but both are still missing. Firefighters believe the dogs are pugs. Anyone with information is asked to call Oxford Police. Well, the end of the summer also marks move-in day for colleges, and while it may seem like a simple task, one Worcester Urgent Care says it lands many people in their facility each year. Our Brittany Schaefer caught up with a mental health expert today and has more on what you need to know about a safe moving day.
The saying, lift with your legs and not your back, holds true to a safe moving day. Carewell Urgent Care says lifting light and small goes a long way with your health. September 1st is one of the busiest moving days of the year, with leases starting and college beginning. But unfortunately, health experts say move-in day is also a popular one at hospitals.
The biggest thing is safety, and a lot of people forget that because they're in the rush and the hubbub. Low back pain or strain is definitely the most common from lifting, bending, twisting inappropriately. And then very often people wearing flip-flops at this time of year. We'll see a lot of toe fractures.
Carewell Urgent Care's Danielle Fournier says she sees many patients for moving injuries this time of year.
Very commonly, especially the low back injuries are super common. Ankle fractures are right up there with the back injuries.
Fournier says taking your time and not straining your muscles is key to a safe move.
Smaller is better as far as what you're lifting. You don't want things to be super duper heavy. You strain your muscles that way, tend to lead to back injuries. Also, you don't want things to be too big and bulky so that you can see where you're going. A lot of injuries also occur because people miss the last step, twist their ankle, break a bone.
Worcester State University had their early move-in day Friday. Students have their own strategies for a successful move.
A lot of it was still packed from last year. We're gonna have to take a few trips, but just get these blue bins, load them up, and take them over to Chandler Village. And just gotta make sure you lift with your legs, not your back.
We just finished half of moving everything. Gotta go unload again.
Junior Courtney Swanson's strategy to get help from mom and dad and anyone else who will help.
We just come to help her. It's just kind of a tradition that we started our freshman year, and we'll do it as long as we can.
This year is nice. We have an elevator. No stairs to carry stuff up.
But her roommates, we all help one another out. It's just about, if you can't do it, then ask someone else who can.
We spent the summer in the gym too, getting ready.
Yeah, we prepared all summer.
Now, Fournier also says to keep whatever you are lifting close to your body to maintain an even center of balance. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Dozens of Muslim families celebrated a holy Muslim holiday today at the Worcester Islamic Center. In Arabic, Eid al-Adha means Festival of the Sacrifice. For Muslims, it commemorates the day when Prophet Abraham intended to sacrifice his son, but was instructed by God to offer an animal instead. Today in Worcester, the celebration included food and refreshments for everyone to enjoy.
We are celebrating. It comes once in a year. We kill the cows, the sheep, and we bless it in the name of God. And after that, we celebrate it. Like, it's our culture and our religion.
The holiday also marks the end of the Muslim pilgrimage